G'day everybody. I am going to do an acrylic pour for our newbies in our group, Acrylic Pouring and Resin Art Australia. So a few people have asked how I do certain things and what I use. So here's the floetrol, is my best friend at the moment. I get this big 4 litre bottle in Bunnings, but you can order floetrol online. I find Bunnings is the best price at the moment. Couldn't find anywhere else, and we try to save money. So this one costs $50. I think it's about $49, something like that, for 4 litres. And I made a mistake of ordering one online, and I got a little half a litre bottle and it cost me about $25. So there you go. So what I do with this huge thing, I just pour it in a little squeegee bottle thingy, so it's easier for me to use. And what I've been doing is I don't use silicone. I don't like silicone. I have nothing against it, but it's just the problem that I get is when I try to resin over the top of silicone, I have a lot of problems. And I've tried alcohol, cleaning the paintings with alcohol and everything, but it still just made those dimples in the whole finished piece. So that means I have to sand it back and then re-resin, and it's just using too much. So here's what I do. I just get a little bit of paint in there. This is just a poster paint. I don't use expensive paints for acrylic pouring. I use expensive paints for my contemporary art, but this is just play for me. So this is how much I have in there, okay? So it's probably about 5 mils. So what I do is I'm going to put about lots of floetrol in there. So I don't even have to use a lot of water. So probably 2/3. So 1/3 of the paint and about 2/3 of the floetrol. And then, and this is how I store my little wooden sticks, just in a little water bottle. That's another little tip for you. So then I want to stir this really well, and you'll find that if you use that much floetrol, you won't need to use so much paint, and you won't need to use any water. And of course I don't use silicone, so that's a pretty good consistency. So in that I will put in a couple of squirts of alcohol, but I'll do that just before I start painting. So I'm going to put you on hold. I'll speed this up. I've got a few colours going. Oh, before I let you go, I'm going to try and experiment with this product. I got this at Masters just before they closed, so it cost $45 for nearly a litre. It's a translucent iridescent glaze. I've done well reading this without my glasses, and I got it for $5. That's why I bought it, because I wouldn't pay $45 for it. But it's a glaze and it's a golden opal. So I'll mix some of this with my floetrol and see how it goes. I'll see you when I get back. Okay, we are ready to start. Let me just line myself there. Righto. So I've got only a couple of colours, and a white and a black. We've got a gold, which doesn't look very golden now because of the floetrol, but it will when it dries up. And I just want to show you, and I've got my blue. It looks lighter, but it should dry its natural nice royal blue kind of colour. my white, which feels a bit thicker than it should be. So here's how I test the thickness. I pick it up and it's supposed to hold on the stick, and then you get a couple of drops like this, loose drops. But when you do that and then you tip it, it's supposed to run smoothly. So to me that's a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit of water in there, just a little bit, and give it a good stir. You have to stir it really well. But you have to play with these things. I've watched so many videos and I think I know what I'm doing, and then it just doesn't turn out. Okay, so when it runs nice and smooth, like cream, like thickened cream. And I've got my black, and I just wanted to show you, if you could see that, how shimmering that is. Can you see that, guys? I don't know because I can't see from here, but I can see it from close up. It's got like a little, like a golden shimmer going through it, and that's this stuff. Okay, that's that iridescent glaze. It's very expensive, but I got this really cheap from Masters because they closed down. But if we can get, we'll see if it works. Because you might have something in your workshop or in your studio that's a glaze or some sort of a medium you can incorporate with your paints. So I was thinking of doing a swipe. I've got my big palette knife. So I'm not going to do a dirty pour. I'm just going to randomly put colours or paint on the table. We're going to do both at the same time. So we're going to do a similar pattern on both of them. But oh yeah, you can see that gold coming through. But we're going to use a white on one to swipe with and a black on the other one. There's not a lot there, but it should be good. So I'm just going to go straight through with that one, and here as well, trying to create a similar pattern just to see the difference with different swipe colors. I might just actually add some more blue over here, maybe here. Try to put as much paint on so it's there's no empty spots. We don't want that, do we? Okay. So there's a little bit of black there. I might actually put a little bit of white through as well. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. So I know that I've got some empty spots. So I might just put some black on this one. Put some black, I don't know where that came from. Just to cover those spots, and we'll do white on the other one. Alrighty, that's that, and we'll do the white on this one because we'll be swiping this one with the black and we'll be swiping the other one with the white, so we get a bit of a contrast there. Try to cover every bit. Some people do dots. I'll do a little bit more white on this one. That looks cute, even just like that. We'll do the same with the black, because we're trying to mimic the other one. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. So now We're still on? Yes, we are. We are going to swipe the white on this one, we said. And black on the other one. So I'm going to put quite a bit of white here. I want some coming over the edges as well, to cover that. Have to work fairly fast. I've got my palette knife. Oh, it doesn't cover the whole thing, that's alright. So what we do is gently pull the paint across and down. Okay, doing the same thing here. Let me just fix that up a bit. I am only just gently touching, so I'm not pulling, I'm not pressing, and look at all that. That's cool. So we're waiting, I'm not torching anything just yet. So while that's doing its thing, actually, I might help it a bit just by picking up some colour from down here. Put it on the edges here. Because this is all covered pretty much. Sorry, I'm just going to have to bend over and have a look on this end, because you can see that and I can't. So I'm just tapping or pulling down. It actually looks quite cute. And less is more, people. I tend to fiddle a lot. But yeah, I don't want to fiddle with this one because I quite like it. So remember, just paint, 1/3 of paint, about 2/3 of floetrol, and where's my white? I'm going to have to get some more white and put on there. That's alright. Let's do this side now with the black and see the difference. See how this one will turn out. So once again, we're just going to pour off the edges so we get that pull down, because we want paint on that, and then we're going to go whooshka over the top of that. Oh, this is beautiful, this golden shimmer. So we'll do the same thing. I do have a cloth, so I'll just wipe that on the cloth, and we're just going to pull. I'm going to put more black because some of it has gone down. Get more black there. Alrighty. So just lean on the paint and on the thing and just pull. You can get a piece of plastic and just do it all in the same, in one go. But I decided to do this one this way, so I'm just going to do this one this side now, nice and gentle, straight over, and there you go. You've got two paintings, same principle, same colors, just a different and the same technique, just a different color going over. I quite like that. I don't want to play with it too much. I will torch it a little bit. Wipe my hands. Get my torch. Check out my torch. Have you ever seen an uglier torch ever? But it's my friend. I've got it covered in paint and resin. So sometimes it doesn't want to work because. So see what happens here. Okay, very, very gentle. I'm not even, I love that, and it's a shame because I'll probably lose all that. It's not doing a lot, the torch, but it's helping me lose those air bubbles. Just pop in them. It's creating tiny little cells. But I am happy with this, people. Very happy. Let's just hope that it stays this way with all the stuff that I put in there. It should. I've got to find a really leveled surface to place them on, and then I won't lose all those lovely cells. But I will bring you down in a second so you can have a closer look. I just want to tidy up the edges, and I do that by just picking up paint from there. I've got white here which I will just pour over the edge, and that'll all just do its own thing there. I try not to fiddle too much, but I will show you a close-up in a second. Okay guys, here they are. You see some nice lacing happening there. Show you the sides. Whoop, there's a bit of boo-boo there, I'll fix that. I don't mind these sides looking like that. Okay, that's that. And here is the other one, the darker one. Go a little bit closer so you can see. See that? How cool is that gold and that iridescent glaze? Even in the black. See the shimmer? And it's not even picking up this beautiful blue. It's like a royal blue. It looks very bright on here, but it's not. And that gold is not that bright there. And look at the edges on this. How cool is that? So you can see a few bits where the canvas is showing. I'm just going to go around and fix that. Just by pulling the colour from up the top very gently down with my wooden stick. See back here. Looks pretty cool. Alrighty, so that's them. Just waiting here to dry. And while I'm here, I might show you my studio. These are all my paintings. This lovely lady here, I'm going to, well, I'm planning on, that's a bit of rubbish that needs to go out. I'm planning on painting her. These are my mica pigments and some paints and a whole lot of paintings on the walls, really. Lots of paintings. A guitar that I'm planning on fixing up, paintings up there. All around storage. My curing rack. And this is where I just was working. Big mess I have to clean up. And I have my lovely friend here. His name is Parthenax, after the good dragon in that movie. I don't know what the name of the movie is, but he's absolutely lovely and he keeps me company. So that's that. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day and stay creative.